Dr. Lloyd Judd was a doctor who practices medicine in rural Oklahoma, United States. Many of his patients were poor and had no transportation to come for treatment in his clinic. He often had to drive long hours to their homes to treat them. One day, Dr. Judd fell seriously ill and went to the hospital. After undergoing various tests, he was diagnosed with advanced stage of cancer. He began thinking about his young children and all the things he wanted to convey to them, but they were still too young to understand. Therefore, Dr. Judd recorded everything he wanted to say on several tapes so that his children could grasp his message when they grew older. One of the things he recorded on the tape was about the reason for choosing a career in medicine. Dr. Judd said, "Are you willing to get out of your warm bed on a cold night and travel 20 miles to check on someone who is sick, knowing they can't afford to pay you and they're actually willing to wait until the next day to be seen by you?" If your answer is yes to that question, then you are ready to study medicine. It's not just the medical profession that requires a willing heart, but many other professions also require a willingness to get the job done. An employee needs to be willing to be corrected by their boss if they make a mistake or violate company rules. A customer service representative also needs a willing heart to listen to complaints, even if they are scolded by customers due to dissatisfaction with the service. There are many professions and aspects of life that require willingness. Jackie Robinson said, "A life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives." Have you ever done something in your life that has had a positive impact on others? Or you have never been willingly to do something good for someone else? Matthew chapter 5 verse 41 says, "And if anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with him 2 miles." Sometimes, we may not fully understand what God is teaching us, but believe that the heavenly mindset is very different from worldly one. Jesus has set an example for us by being willing to come into the world and die on the cross to save us. What we willingly do for the good of others will always have a significant impact on their lives and on ourselves. If we lack willingness, we may be very selfish, quick to anger, always unwilling to take blame, and in the end, we won't learn anything from what has happened. With willingness, we are often elevated to a higher level than before. When you are willing to give, you will eventually receive. When you are willing to yield, you will have many friends. When you are willing to forgive, you will find joy. When you are willing to go the extra mile, you will see the grace of God in your life. Without willingness, it can be more challenging to tread the path of a more enjoyable life.